right, you guys, we're back. Warning Army. We're here to check out some vlogs tonight, or a vlog tonight. Um, so basically, all I did was I just typed in the warning vlog, and this was one of the ones that was at the top of the search list. So clicked on it, and we're gonna full screen it and check it out because I really want to see what they're like behind the scenes, kind of, because y'all keep telling me that I need to check them out so I can get to know them a little bit better. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna get to know them a little bit better. So here we go.
It's Fat Allen, everybody.
Okay, so we're recording.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, a lot of your fans over on social media, especially on Patreon, have been watching your vlogs or video vlogs of your recent visit to Los Angeles, Sphere Studio, and a bit of it, your experience. I know you guys were overwhelmed and tired at some of it, so what do you say we go through some of those experience in a more detailed video?
Yes.
Cool. So, when you first met Francesco and Craig, that was back in January when you guys went to NAMM, and you talked about the possibility of working together and then visited Sphere Studios. What were your feelings, and then what were your expectations before arriving to work with them?
Okay. Well,
I
when
mean-
we
That was a very loaded question.
They were really nice.
and of the studio, of course.
The
we
studio
were like,
was, we were pretty impressed. And I think that we were pretty, well, at least I was pretty excited about going there.
yeah.
Kind of nervous, extremely nervous actually. It was like, but really, really excited to actually be.
I guess we were kind of nervous because on the first album, we got some experience in a studio, so we knew it was gonna be a different process because last album we worked with Jake, and he knows us like super well. We know him. He's part of like actually family. So when like working with Francesco and Craig was very different for us because
we didn't know them that
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
They
They
just
didn't
met,
know us.
basically.
So we actually have had no idea what it will be like to work.
Yeah, so the first days were basically getting to know how we work, etc.
Yeah.
And our different work ethics. Yes.
I mean, in the end, it was still staying true to what we wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it was different hearing,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
like, working with other
A
people who had
new-
different, like, points of view of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Plus-
at first, we kind of did.
We
Yeah,
did struggle to have an open mind because we were so in love with what we
Had already
originally
done.
had. Well, actually, Larry King called it, what was the word, demoitis or something like that?
Yeah, it was
I
that.
like, yeah, that's totally true. That happens.
Because you're so used to hearing it that one way, because the 3 songs that we went to record, they were
been
pretty
listening-
old. I mean,
Yeah.
Dull Knives, it's like from basically a year ago, 2 years ago. I mean, they're old songs.
Yeah,
We
we've
have a
been
lot of
listening
So
to
we
them.
have been listening to it a very long time. So going to work on them, then somebody telling you like they really want to
Change.
change it, and at first it's like, yeah. But I think that the changes that happened to the songs were really for the
better.
best.
Yeah, yeah.
They worked really well in the end, and I think
love
we're,
it.
I think
Yeah.
I love it.
I love them more than they
Yeah.
were before, which is actually
That-
like that was the whole point.
yeah.
For them to be better than they used to be, to take it
Yeah.
to the next level, and I think we did reach that.
Yeah.
I think they're
Although
really
we
good.
did have to like stand our ground for some
Yeah, for some stuff.
For
Yeah.
some stuff.
Because in the end,
Oh yeah. Don't
still
let them push you around.
Yes, us. And
Yeah,
when we
like
do
our
it.
ideas and their ideas.
Yes,
we-
it's like a
Balance them
blend.
out.
Yeah, like oil and water.
We do enjoy it, but it was still a different experience because we're in a different place, in a different environment that we've never really been in before. Because I mean, it's a different country, etc. Like here, we could just like communicate very easily, but over there, I mean, there's still that language barrier sometimes. But I think that we worked really well.
Plus, it was our first time with techs, like in our own.
Oh yeah, we had
yeah.
like we had a drum tech.
a
guitar
guitar
tech.
tech, and well,
Francesco.
Yeah,
Francesco.
Francesco was
But
the
the
basic.
basic, basically.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I mean, that was pretty fun.
Mhm.
But it was pretty interesting because you could see how the other people were, like the techs were working, and you could basically
Yeah.
just like learn from what they were doing, and I think that's
It's amazing
important.
all the work that's behind not
Okay, so I'm guessing that this was the first meeting with their new label, or their label, because they were independent prior to this, right? So I guess this was like one of their first meetings with their label to kind of, I guess, hammer out the details and see what the label was expecting from them and what they were wanting, from the label, basically, like they were saying, like a filling out process almost, where you kind of just go back and forth with concepts and ideas and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm cool with the label altering some stuff as long as it stays true to what they originally want for their songs, and it sounds like they didn't give any ground. Like they compromised on a few things, but it wasn't nothing major that altered the song drastically. So that's good, because sometimes it's hard, because when they go to a big label like that, the labels tend to want to completely change everything. Like they want it to sound this way, and they don't care what your opinions are, or what your input is. They basically, they're paying you all this money, so they want it done this way. And if you don't like that, then there's the door, or they'll just shelf you, and which is basically just, they'll put you on a proverbial shelf and just let you sit there and gather dust. Basically, they won't let you put out music. You can write and do whatever you want to, but in the end, they have all the rights to all your stuff. But it sounds like they done it the smart way and actually had somebody look over the contracts and everything and really get the details worked out to where it benefited them as much, if not more, than the label, which I really, really am glad that they did. Because, like I said, labels have a tendency to want to push artists around and do things their way or no way. So, but I'm going to back it up a little ways, and we're going to go back into it because I want to finish hearing what they have to say. I also like seeing them kind of go back and forth with each other, just like a natural conversation, flow of conversation. It's really, really cool, because you can tell that when one of them's saying something, the other one's thinking it half of the time, or more than half the time, and they'll like finish each other's sentences and stuff. So that's really, really, really cool.
Like the texts were working, and you could basically just like learn from what they were doing, and I think that's
it's amazing
important.
all the work that's behind not just what we are playing, but the sound.
And everything.
I mean, you have no idea how many times I had to change
The
the
snare
snare.
drum.
That was why we basically took. I mean,
So
I could have
long.
recorded the 3 songs in one day, but it
The
was
snare
that we had to get the right sound, and we kind of
Exactly the right.
yeah. And it's not that it was sounding bad, but it could sound better.
Better, yeah.
And I had to tune we had to tune it a lot of times so it could be on tune
Yeah.
with the song. I
Danny
mean,
and
I
I
don't think we have
were,
ever
like,
done
playing
that
live.
before.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Yeah,
like
like-
playing right there.
They were like changing it and changing it, like
Actually,
changes it.
we did some tracks with a baritone guitar. To tune that thing was like, we actually had to make, well, the guitar tech, had to make a specific set of sizes of guitar strings for it to like stay. And yeah, he did a mix of I don't know how many guitar strings.
the bass was easier. Yeah, it was just
Yes.
one bass. Like Francesco took it to his bass tech, basically, who changed
The
the
strings.
strings and everything and prepared it, and then I just recorded with that. That was easier than yours.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Was there stress or even like were you guys nervous? Kind of like when you're presenting a final exam, is it going to be good enough, and are we
Yeah.
going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to
Oh, yeah.
do it in
Of course we
time?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
it
was
was
like-
worse than a final exam.
Yeah.
I mean, because these songs
You're
are like your
playing-
babies, and then you're just like throwing them there into the lion's den. It's like,
And in performance, also I think, well, I got kind of like, because
got really
these are
nervous too.
professionals
and
that
they
are
were with
watching
so many
you, like,
people, and you're like, they have very like
High
high
standard.
high standards.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. So you start playing like, am I good enough?
Yeah. Am I
And
doing good?
yeah,
Oh no,
exactly.
you're good enough.
But I think that we worked really well. I think the flow was like very well. We worked quickly.
Actually, yes, but still, like recording guitars for me was a little bit of like a wake up call. You know, like to realize that I still have a lot to do, and to clean up. Especially, I got to work with Osvaldo. Osvaldo, I don't know his last name.
The deal.
Dio.
Well,
He's Italian. And he is such an amazing guitar player. Like, I really can't believe it. And he plays all sort of stuff. And he, like, really understands when we, like, I don't know. He understands. And watching him play was really kind of, like, an inspiration to me. And I really would like to, like, be like him someday. He's an awesome guitar player. He has like the cleanest technique ever.
And honestly, I did that.
That's cool.
At least for me, it was also a wake up call, because I mean, I noticed things that I have to work on. Francesco told me things I have to work on. I mean,
Yes.
it was like people actually told you right to your face, like, this is wrong. So it's just like, and there's no sugarcoating it. It's like, it's wrong. So it's basically, now that we're back here, it's just like, I seriously need to work on that then. And but I think that's great, because we can actually come back and
Like basically, the last thing Francesco
Improve right
told
to
me
it.
was like, he gave me like a bunch of picks, and he was like, "You need to work like how to play with pick." And I was like, okay.
Yeah, because you're totally not used to it. Oh, yes.
Well, that's really
Don't worry about the pick stuff. I mean, I know that she kind of has to now because the label or whatever and everything. And yeah, pick has it has a cleaner sound all around, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I guess I'm an old school dude, man. Like I just prefer the pluck, the thump, or whatever you want to call it. We say around here we say plucking, thumping, and like whenever you're really hammering down, we call it hammering down or walking the bass. I don't know. I'm glad that they're with the label. I really am, because they deserve it. Because they've worked really hard to get it, and they deserve all the accolades and everything that comes with that. But at the same time, I hate the fact that they're sitting there telling them that they have to do it this way or they have to do it that way. They are good. They were good. Actually, they were great before they even signed with you. So don't even do that. Don't do that. But overall, I am glad that they're with the label, though. I'm glad that, like I said, that they're getting the notoriety and all the accolades and stuff that comes with that, and all the success and money and everything that comes with that. But I don't like the labels telling them what to do. Basically, I like for the artist to have creative freedom. If she wants to pluck, let her pluck, because that's what she's used to. That's what she's comfortable with. That's how she learned how to play. Rant over.
really cool. I mean, I got to see most of your experience, and I saw you grow hour by hour with those experiences. Even tips like, you know, how to sit and how to set up your drums, or, you know, what kind of shoes are better to, you know, to use with your drums, and how to hold your guitar, or even the pick situation. That was really cool. And then all three of you got to work with Larry King as a vocal producer, and that was pretty mind-blowing as well. So what did
He
you
was
guys...
amazing.
It was really, really cool.
Yes. We actually got to learn a lot from him
Yeah.
too. It was like,
Because, I mean, we know a lot about our instruments, but when it comes to, like, vocals, I mean,
We're kind of like,
it's not like we were natural born singers. We're just like, yeah, we have amazing voices. You know, I mean, I don't. If you hear a recording of myself like 4 years ago, it's like,
yes.
So we really have had to work on our vocals, and having Larry King there like coaching us for like the recordings. It was
was
like
amazing.
You noticed like every
Especially-
single
yes.
little thing. Like
He
Danny,
saw right through our like
weak points. Let's
yes
say.
habits and stuff like that.
exactly.
Like
He
stuff that
feels
we
that's
know,
how it's right.
like stuff that we know that we do wrong that we're trying to fix. He's like, try to do this. Like I noticed that you do this and that, and we're like, oh wow.
It was a very like helpful.
Yeah, and he was very blunt, but also like very nice. You know, he
Yeah.
would say, you know, don't take it to your nose, don't nasal, and or breathe this way, or
Honestly, I
drop
think,
your
like,
jaw, or
uh,
you know, harmonize it. I think it
Yes.
was pretty enlightening for all of
That
you guys.
that was something like I've never noticed. Like he said, you're too tight-lipped, and and he was right. Like I don't open my mouth that much when I'm singing. I'm like,
Yeah, I think it was very helpful. And about
Yeah.
the blunt thing, I think that everybody that we worked with was like extremely blunt.
right to the point.
And sometimes it wasn't like I mean we're not used to that most of the time, so it was kind of like, you know what? But like, I mean that is how like things should be. So, but even though at first it was like whoa, then it would just became like a normal thing. I was like, okay, then you just need to work on that. It's fine.
It's funny. Yeah.
Like don't take things personally and just like do it.
Yes.
So I think we learned a lot about that
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
And in the end, pretty happy to be back home after all that time, sleeping and
Of
living
course.
in the Sphere quarters.
I literally got home like straight to bed. Like
Yeah,
My
we're like,
pillows, my
I mean,
bed.
it's just that we were, how do you say literas? Bunk beds. Okay, we were sleeping in bunk beds. And like we had the ceiling right here. And I hit myself in the head like
No.
2,000 times.
And that wasn't
There's
that
no way.
much of a problem. The room was really small for fun.
Ay, mi mamá, que cállate.
Está bien. Está
Ay,
bien,
no,
no, but
sí,
it's a
sí, es
studio
que
life.
For five, like it was like small for 5 people, but it was actually like it was comfy. Like, the
Yes,
beds and
yes,
everything
it
were,
was, like-
really comfy.
I was able to sleep.
Yeah,
That's,
I
like,
slept well too. I mean, because we were like at the end of the day, we were really extremely tired by the time.
Oh, I
so
can
we worked
imagine.
from like morning to night, and so we arrived there. It was just like,
There was-
oh yes.
There was one time we got to sleep like at 2 a.m. or something like that. We
It was like 3
vocals.
a.m.
Oh
3
yeah,
a.m.
and so we were
Yeah,
really.
really.
No,
The
it
last-
wasn't the song. It was.
It was the last. It was.
we know which song we're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, it was that song. We
It was
finished
our
about
last recording. It was,
No, it was not the last recording.
But the thing is, we couldn't leave it for the next day because our like voices changed from day to day. So we had to like
we
finish.
had to
that
finish
day.
that day.
Even like what to eat, what not to
Oh
eat.
yeah.
Yes.
When we were recording vocals, it was like you can't eat what
Like
was
sugar.
it?
Sugar or dairy,
Yeah.
and I was like, and I couldn't eat if I could eat, no sugar, no dairy. But still, I couldn't eat
That part.
between.
Takes. I mean, we had to
Takes.
take a whole break. Like right now, you can't eat, and then we had to wait
And
a little bit of
wait a
time.
little bit for like.
Yeah,
So,
and then they
like,
were like,
no.
"You look tired," like jumping jacks, and we're like,
You had to jump.
it actually helped. It helped
really
a lot.
did.
to
But
wake
yeah,
up
it was a
little
cool experience.
It was.
And a lot of your fans are asking, did you record 3 songs? Is there going to be an EP? So you finish this experience. What's the plan?
bit. Okay, we recorded 3 songs only.
Just
this
3.
time. Three. But of course, that's not gonna be just like that.
It's
We're
a
gonna
whole
record
album.
more. We hope we get to do it at Sphere Studios again.
Okay.
Yes, we want to go back there. I think that's the plan actually. But yeah, let's see how that turns out.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Anything else you guys want to add? I know you had a break in between playing for the Killers. That was pretty cool, and it also helped to get that little break and
Yeah.
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
and
exactly.
then come back
Yeah,
home
that's
for a
a
couple
time
of days.
off.
A breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that I kind of like missed, like we kind of like delayed the guitars, and I was so excited to get to guitars. But yeah, we got back and.
I
started
mean,
with
The
guitars.
Killers was awesome, and yeah, it was basically the break from recording, and then we went back and was like straight back to work.
Mhm.
But I think that it was like a very good experience overall.
Cool.
And we
Do you-
had a van.
yeah, we
A
had
van.
Did you guys take a picture with a van?
No,
No, we did not.
We forgot to take the picture.
We were all
with the van.
asleep. and
Inside.
we're like inside. We have a
Inside.
couple of pictures.
We were
but
like
outside-
1 a.m. at the
Oh
airport.
yeah,
like,
it was late, and we were not gonna take a picture
Like-
with our
Yeah.
We were-
the van.
asleep.
So in the end, you would say that you come back home as better artist, better
Yes.
musicians.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe with the idea of what, like,
Of
with
what you do
a,
to
yes,
know.
with a goal,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
a new
exactly.
goal.
And with new experiences and new.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowledge.
Like, now we know what things we need to improve to be better artists.
That.
Well, very cool. Well, thanks for this little interview. I know your fans will enjoy it, and
Yes.
we're gonna keep on vlogging.
Yes,
If
please
you can
do.
call that vlogging, but
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
We'll practice that too.
Yeah, with some more experience. So, thank you very much.
Bye.
Ciao!
Okay, that was really cool. It was really cool. Getting like a behind the scenes look almost at like how they are off camera. I want to say, but it's not really on camera. I guess you consider if it was on, it's off camera if you're talking about music videos and stuff like that. But they're really really sweet, humble, just down to earth, man. Like, you can tell that their parents raised them right, and they have a great work ethic and a really big drive to be successful, and that's what they want to do, and you can tell that they love what they do. They love their music. They're so passionate about their music. Like they said that when the label first started throwing out suggestions and ideas and stuff about how to change their songs around and everything, they were like real hesitant because, like, what's her name? Poe, I think's her name. Like she said, those were like their babies. Like, you don't mess with that kind of stuff. But in the end, they relented a little bit because it did make the overall quality of the song better. It's just really cool seeing how they are behind the scenes, like I said. And who was it that was asking them the questions? Was that their dad or something? That was behind the camera. But anyway, it was really cool getting a behind the scenes look. But that's gonna do it for this video, you guys. That was my first little glimpse behind the scenes with The Warning, and that was their home vlog number 7 LS from like almost 3 years ago, or 3 years ago. So it's been a while back. But that, like I said, that was really really cool. Getting to see them behind the scenes and everything. If you would, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you hadn't already subscribed, go down and hit the comment section up and give me more suggestions for songs, vlog suggestions. If there's a specific vlog you want me to check out next, let me know in the comments as well. But that's gonna do it for this one, you guys, and I will catch you on the flip side.